Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching Bad Luck Fale versus Doc Gallows. We've fast forwarded on the player on New Japan World to 3 minutes and 25 seconds, just so you guys can sync it up with us. And I'm going to hit play here in, rather than doing the 3-2-1, I've been doing ready, set, go. So let's just do ready, set, go. And here we are, Doc Gallows kind of pacing, and the bell just rang. The bell just rang. And these guys are facing off. Bullet Club versus Bullet Club. This is definitely an odd dynamic.
I mean, Ashton, who do you got here in this matchup?
You know what? I got to go with the guy that's proven he can get a win in this tournament so far. Bad Luck Fale.
I have to agree. And Bad Luck Fale, I think he just held up too sweet.
Yep.
Respect between these two guys. I can appreciate that. I can certainly appreciate that. I think it shows the solidarity of this group that they're not going to let the world title come between them or the prospect of bigger and better things. And there is the lockup, and I mean, you're talking about two big bulls here.
Very evenly matched. I would say that Fale is a little bit bigger, but I mean, believe it or not, even though he's not quite as big, I think maybe Luke or Doc Gallows is a little bit stronger.
I could certainly agree with that. I could certainly see the merit in that. And Gallows,
Definitely
I mean,
built better because Bad Luck Fale a little bit on the heavier set side, whereas Gallows pretty much muscle.
absolutely. And Ashton, if you're Doc Gallows, you've got to have so much going on in your mind between being 0-2 and then facing your Bullet Club brethren in Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's going to be disadvantageous to Doc Gallows? Just this psychological, just mishap that he's been having here, just all going on in his mind right now.
I think so. I mean, it's one of those things where if you lose one match, it's you can kind of write it off as a fluke. If you lose two matches, it's a little bit of a trend. If he loses this match, it's going to become a monkey on his back that it's going to drag him down, and it's going to make him constantly have that in the back of his mind, and it's going to be even more of a struggle for him to get a win because of that.
And Doc Gallows, realizing he is not going to push around Bad Luck Fale easily, now he offers Bad Luck Fale to go off the ropes, and again a stalemate with the shoulder blocks.
And Fale and Gallows actually both want each other to go off the ropes, so they do, and a double shoulder block and another stalemate, like you said.
Wow,
Gallows is a little bit taller than Fale, I'm noticing. It seems like he's got a good 3 inches on him or so.
Absolutely, but there's no give in Fale. He's built like a wall, and there's another. They both stack up. But notice how Fale's the one to go to one knee.
I did notice that, yeah.
And Gallows maintains his vertical base. Oh, but Fale, what a shot to the gut there.
Yeah, just almost like a straight punch to the gut. And now Gallows is reeling a little bit. Fale has an advantage, and Fale knocks Gallows over the top rope. Fale with the first real major offensive advantage in this match so far.
And look at that smirk on the face of Fale as if to say, too easy.
But now Gallows drags him out from under the ropes and gives him an uppercut. Gallows just kind of took control of the driver's seat for himself.
Absolutely, and I feel like you kind of have to in these situations, I feel like you have to take charge, especially when you're facing opposition, the likes of Bad Luck Fale.
Just throws Fale into the guardrail there. And a punch to the head. 2 punches, 3 punches to the head of Fale. Punches in general, closed fist punches, not necessarily illegal, but definitely frowned upon in Japan.
Absolutely. Again, it's that Western imposition upon Eastern, wrestling culture. And Doc Gallows here is really looking to take advantage of this opening he's created for himself to potentially get a big win over Bad Luck Fale.
And Fale just got driven into the opposite ends guardrail, and Doc Gallows absolutely taking advantage here. Maybe this is Gallows trying to kind of impose his will and prove that even though Fale is the underboss, maybe Gallows is trying to call himself the upper boss.
Maybe. Maybe Doc Gallows wants to prove that, hey, I'm not the weak link of the Bullet Club. I have something to offer. I'm capable too. And, I mean, if you can beat Bad Luck Fale, I don't think you put a period on that. I think you put an exclamation point on that.
It's all right, Doc Gallows. You might not be the only weak link of the Bullet Club. We've also got to remember Yujiro Takahashi hasn't won a match yet either.
That's very true. Oh, man. And if you're AJ Styles and you're Bad Luck Fale, I wonder how you feel about your Bullet Club comrades. You're just kind of frowning on him and just saying, wow, guys, wow.
Yeah, AJ's undefeated so far. Fale, 1-1. Anderson, 2-0. I mean, Bullet Club's got some mix-up going on right now. There's a pretty clear-cut tier system being shaped out by this tournament so far. But I can't emphasize that enough so far, and it looks like Jay White is not injured, so that makes me concerned for Shinsuke Nakamura.
Well, hopefully you can get an update on Shinsuke Nakamura for us as this match continues here. I mean, we talked about two big bulls. The thing about bulls is one of them eventually has to collapse, either from the exhaustion or just giving too much. They just can't give anymore. And
Gallows into the guardrail. They almost went over the guardrail, actually. He's just kind of leaning over it. Fale looked like he wanted to throw him over the thing. And these guys are absolutely going at it on the outside. Problem is, you can't really get a count-out victory here. I wonder why the ref isn't counting. We might have gotten a double count-out by now. These guys have been on the outside for what seems like forever.
I was going to ask you earlier, actually, if you thought that this could be the opportunity for our very first draw in the tournament. I'm surprised that the referee isn't really trying harder to restore order in this contest here.
Yeah, it's almost like he's scared of the Bullet Club. He's scared of repercussions if he doesn't just let them go at it.
I mean, I can't really say I blame him for that, but man,
But now it looks like Fale is going to roll back into the ring and hope to get a count-out victory here.
Well, very smart there by Fale. Maybe he doesn't want to get his hands dirtier than he has to.
And looks like Gallows is at least with it enough to get back to the ring before the end of the 20 count.
I can't believe that this thing isn't going to end in a draw, to be honest, because, I mean, to your point earlier, they were fighting on the outside for what felt like a good majority of the match. And Bad Luck Fale able to take a breather. I don't really know how much that matters in the grand scheme of things, but it is there.
When you're that size, a breather can mean everything.
And I think you're certainly right about that, my friend.
Oh, and the double lariat stalemate here. And then another one. These guys, very similar in stature, very similar in stopping power.
There's just no give in either one of these guys. And again, I mean, these stalemates with these lariats.
Oh, and they took each other down there. It's worth noting, I feel like Fale has a little bit more thickness to him, a little bit more density. But, again, Gallows has more muscles, so it's a very even matchup.
Absolutely. You know, where one guy may have a deficit and the other an asset, you know, the converse is true, that, you know, the other guy may possess an asset where the other guy, that's a deficit. I mean, these guys, really perfect opponents for each other in one way, but they couldn't be worse for the other, because if you wanted a quick win, you weren't going to find it here.
The one thing that neither one of them has much of a real advantage, though, is hair. Neither one of them has a lot of that.
That's certainly true. I mean, and that baldness could make all the difference. Oh man, but we're joking around. But for these guys, it's no laughing matter. Look at them. I think it's gone beyond just advancing in the G1 Climax. I think they're trying to prove something to each other with this level of physicality.
This feels like a fight between an older brother and a younger brother. Or maybe even two brothers of the same age. Oh, but it looked like Fale there was going to go for that like Tongan spike, but Gallows grabbed him by the throat, throttled him by the throat. Now he has him with both hands. So Fale wants the Tongan spike. Gallows wants the choke bomb. Fale! Oh, but Gallows broke the spike off. And just a straight kick to the head by Gallows. Another kick to the face this time by Gallows. And Fale is down. Gallows with the elbow drop. Another elbow drop here. It looks like Gallows is content to just elbow drop the night away. Maybe he'll end up going for a pin after 10. We're up to 5.
Yeah, really trying to wear out Bad Luck Fale here. And, I mean, I'll tell you what, this is a prime opportunity for Doc Gallows. He had the Tongan spike checked. Those elbow drops really had to drive the air out of Bad Luck Fale. And now Doc Gallows going to unfamiliar territory here.
It'll rope. Oh, but Fale recovers really quickly.
Oh, man.
Oh, it looks like Fale wants the border toss here.
Oh, if he gets it here, this is over.
Oh, but Gallows gets out of it there. Gallows, a kick to the head again, the same kind that he got him on his knees earlier. Gallows against the ropes. Oh, and a huge Tongan spike from Fale. That's got to be it. Two. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Oh, but Gallows still, I mean, he's not unconscious. He kicked out almost after the 3 count, it looks like.
Oh, Gallows has got to be infuriated with that loss. Oh, man. Bad Luck Fale wins again. He is now 2-1 in this tournament, ladies and gentlemen.
He is now 2-1, and let's point out AJ Styles is in a match tonight that I would call anything but a pushover. He's facing Kota Ibushi, so it could potentially end up with Bad Luck Fale and AJ Styles having the same record by the end of the night tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, if anybody could stop AJ Styles, it's Kota Ibushi. And, man, Bullet Club, You got to admire the solidarity in this team, but if you're Doc Gallows, you've got to be stewing somewhat, thinking, what do I have to do to get on the winner board, to get some points up there? 0-3. I personally,
Oh,
and
actually, you know what? I'm looking over our YouTube comments, and somebody just said that Bad Luck Fale's version of the border toss is called the Bad Luck Fall.
okay, we'll remember that.
We will remember that from now on. But now we just have to figure out what the official name for his Tongan spike is, because that's what he did to win this match.
Yeah, that spike so brutal, so devastating. I think it could beat any man on the roster, and certainly any man in this tournament, and it beat Doc Gallows here today. Oh man,
I'm looking right
unbelievable.
now, and it is says here that he calls it the grenade or the choke lariat slam. So I'm gonna stick with the grenade just because that sounds badass.
Absolutely. And the grenade just absolutely decimated Doc
Yeah.
Gallows'
But
G1
it is worth
Climax
noting, even
aspirations.
though he's not doing great in this tournament, Doc Gallows is still one half of the IWGP Tag Team Champions, and maybe now the question has to be, maybe he's the weak link of that tag team because Carl Anderson has been doing absolutely incredible things in this tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, Carl Anderson, again, he's been setting the world on fire. I think he's become one of the major talking points of this tournament from where I sit.
Yeah.
And just absolutely unbelievable from Carl Anderson. Can't say the same for Doc Gallows if we're being honest, but he'll live to fight another day. And again, as you said, he's still one half of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. So we'll see what the future holds for Gallows. But for now, bad luck Fale 2-1 in this tournament.
Doc Gallows 0-3. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cut off our recording here. We will be back for Hiroyoshi Tenzan versus Toru Yano.